Hi, my name is Ellen McCauley, and on this special Bob birthday, pray it off, I am going to talk about another topic that I have never devoted an entire meeting to: simplifying our lives. Now, I've talked about decluttering, I've talked about, working on the stress, but I never just talked about simplifying our lives. And there's many initial reactions. I can read your minds. You're saying, what? Simplify? I can barely function. Maybe that's what we need to look at. The first thing we're going to talk about is simplifying our life will help us refocus on what's important. One of the huge reasons why I weighed over 300 pounds was because everything else was more important than me. I did not simplify my life enough to make myself a priority, to make my health a priority. And if I made a list, and if everyone were to make a list of what they're thankful for, good health, well, we're responsible in so many ways for that good health. We need a simpler code of life because there's so much stress in our lives, and it damages our bodies, our spirits, our souls. Now, this article talks a little bit about the primal blueprint as kind of like that paleo diet where you get back to the fruits and veggies and the meat and you don't eat the processed food. But you can use a primal blueprint for simplifying lives. We didn't have a telephone till I was in 7th grade. We didn't have a phone. We didn't have a car till I was in 11th grade. I made it here. Whoa, we didn't have 2 cars. My mom didn't work outside the home. We didn't have credit cards. We didn't have 5 or 6 televisions and 4 or 5 bathrooms. We had 1 bathroom, and when my father wanted to get in there, you hurried. Let me tell you, 3 girls, 1 guy, we hurried. We survived. So now you think you got to have the 5 bedrooms, the 4 baths, you got to drive an Audi. What car do you drive? I don't care about my car. People are like, well, what model is it? What's the engine? I go, it gets me from here to here. I don't care. And I don't care. I couldn't tell anybody in the room. And I've seen you pull up. Jean's one of my BFFs. I don't know what she drives. It's a car. I can't remember what it even looks like. If we have our value by what we drive or where we live, and it talks about simplifying things. We're staying up late, we're eating crap, we're guzzling caffeine, we're cluttering ourselves, we can't focus. Most of us have so much more than the majority of the world at least, and more than our ancestors ever dreamed of, and yet we live with a misplaced sense of deprivation. And I really stopped and thought about that phrase because so often I feel like I have deprivation. Why aren't I retired? Why don't I have a huge bank account? Why is this? Why? I'm thinking, Ellen, oh my gosh, do you know how lucky you are to be where you are? We need to simplify things and say, we give our positions power, we give our possessions power. I collect these little angels that have birthdays on them. They're little figurines. And there's May birthdays, June birthdays. I don't know if anyone remembers. They're little ceramic angels. I have a curio cabinet in my dining room, and there must be, what would you say, Bobby? 500 angels?
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
A lot of them. I never look at them. I never touch them. I never dust them. I just close the door. And yeah, I think, why do I have all those angels? What would happen to my life if I said, you know what, I'm getting rid of that collection. I'm going to give it away, sell it, whatever. Would my life change in any way? The kids don't want them. Can you imagine me going, I'm giving you my 500 ceramic angels. They'd be like, are you kidding me? I don't want those. So we need to take a really good look. And I thought about this with the clutter. I would be happy if my dining room didn't have the china. Oh, the good china. I had to have the good china because we grew up and we were eating out of the bowl in the middle of the table, We didn't have good china, so I have it all there. Now, my son invited his girlfriend over to invite her for the prom, and he wanted to have a nice dinner and everything. I said, why don't you use the good china, honey? And he goes, the good china? We've never, ever used the good china. And we never have, ever, never. So I said, well, use it. Well, what if it breaks? I went like this. So what? We never used it. He used it. It looked pretty. Why do we have stuff that we never use? Because it looks good. I'll sit in there. Hey, I'm valuable. I got good china. No one can say I haven't worked hard and tried hard because I've got good china. Or the silver. Who's got the box of silver under the china cabinet? And you're out there going, polishing it, but do you use it? This is what I'm talking about. We think we've made it. We got good china. We got a curio cabinet. None of those things matter. Too often we accumulate instead of experience our lives. Now, I'm not telling you to abandon your car and walk through the manicured yards to get out of Dodge, which this person says. You just need to take a really good look at what you have and what it brings to your life and focus on our priorities. So often people who feel less loved are more motivated by their possessions. And it wasn't that I felt less loved. I always felt the love. But I felt like I had it so bad. And now I have it really good. Because I got the curio, the china, the this, the that. And now I need to say, my value does not belong there. My value is in the relationships and the people. So when you declutter, this whole simplification process goes hand in hand. The angels don't define me. The china doesn't define me. The burger and fries and pizza don't define me. So we're creatures of habit, though. We sit in the same seat, we come here, and we know you get up, you get dressed, you take your coffee, you do this, everything. We're creatures of habit. Some of our possessions are habits. Some of the things we eat are habits. But we need to embrace simplicity. We pare down our lives to a point where we're not overwhelmed or diverted by our stuff. Enjoy a good salad or a good meal and not feel guilty because you've done so bad. I didn't feel guilty that I had beers Monday night. You know why? I didn't have them. There was no guilt involved. It's okay to say, I really want wings with blue cheese. You can want them, just don't have them. Our personal health and our life is a journey. I tweet every day, and I felt very good tonight because Susan said she read my tweets, and that made me very happy because I didn't think anyone ever read them. So one of the things I said was, so often we take one step forward and 2 steps back. And that's what Pray It Off is. Bill will tell you, Bill, have you lost weight every single week you've been here? Have you lost weight every week you've been here? No. Has there been times where you've gained a couple pounds? Absolutely. But it's okay to take the 1 step and the 2 step back as long as you still come and go, Ellen, here I go. Here's another 1 step forward. And it's okay to worry a little bit about the 2 steps back because it's natural. But what's not natural is to give up. Oh, I guess it's kind of natural to give up, but that's not what Pray It Offers do. And I'm going to stop right there, Bob.